Oh, you did it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome to the Privy Council meeting for the month of December. This is the first Privy Council meeting of December, and we haven't had. Well, I haven't had one in a while. It's been a whole month.
Pretty much.
All right. Let me find something here. We're gonna be talking about two different things today, and that really be it. Because this is more like a getting prepared for future meetings meeting, basically.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about the executive order, the one number 6,
Mm-hmm.
signed by you when you were the interim prime minister with my authority. So,
Yep.
alrighty, so let's see, 5. Yep. Let's see, become senators. Yep. Create departments rescinded. Yep. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yes. So that, yeah, it says what the second thing is. What we're gonna do. Not voting power. Alternate roles. Okay. So we're going to be talking about, since you're here, I guess I'll go ahead and talk to you about what roles you have. So
Mm-hmm.
since now the Department of Communications and the Department of Foreign Affairs have been dissolved, um, which is fine because you're still going to have, you, Senator Bree, is still going to have the roles of an ambassador uh, to talk to the listed nations that you got. I'm gonna put you in charge of creating a single baseball team for the. Oh yeah, the baseball association is also dissolved. So, but it is now a role until it does become a position again. So, um, so we're still gonna have that. It just won't be as governmentally mandated anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna go ahead and make those into roles instead, so we can still have a sport and show it off in the future until it's privately owned. So, yeah, so you're gonna be in charge of the Valley Station Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that means you decide everything that happens in the Valley Station Knights. You're still gonna be ambassador to the nations in the list that I gave you. Um, you're gonna be in charge of reporting on who's been active and who has been not active in the Queen of the Nix, and I'll be expecting your next report on December 8th,
Mm-hmm.
which is the next meeting uh, for the month of November's inactivity. Um, let's see, what else is there? I can't think of any more roles that you have or to give you. I think that might be it. Okay, I think that might be it. So obviously, for me, I as the prime minister, I'm the top ambassador, obviously. So I get my own list of nations, so that part's obvious. Um, with the new executive order, I'll be presiding over the Privy Council. I will have no voting power, so yes, we are going to do votes here. Um, but it is not the same as the unicameral's vote unless it is set on our procedural bylaws, which is the next thing we'll be talking about. So I will be coming up with procedural bylaws, and then you and the other senators will have a vote to see if this is advisable or not. But I get the final say if the bylaws are good or not. So you guys are going to vote if you think it's advisable or not, and I'll consider your all's advice on it. So that's basically how we're going to do this now with almost everything in every executive meeting or executive action. So um, this also includes how to enforce laws as well. Hopefully, next year we'll start getting enough citizens to have elected constables. We'll see. Let's see. I won't lie to you, this meeting might be a little short because that's really all we got to talk about. So, in the procedural bylaws, yeah, we're probably just gonna have to. I'll end up being the one writing it down and everything. So nothing really new there. I'm trying to think of something else. There was something else. I don't want the meeting to be too short because I know there's more stuff to talk about. Well, I know the treasury hasn't been updated in a minute. I mean, I do have some change lying around that will surely update the treasury, but at the moment, the treasury has not been updated. What else is there? We were supposed to have a meeting with the Pennsylvanian Federation today, but they have not responded to my text at all. So I guess we're going to have to reschedule that meeting at a later date. Yeah, they still haven't responded at all. So we're still waiting on the court hearing for House Bill 22. So we're just going to have to wait on it. That's all we can do. I do know that the next Student Carol meeting is this coming Monday. That part I do know. I don't know if I have a bill to propose. Do I have bills to propose? I don't know if I have bills to propose. Let's see if I do. Do I have bills to propose? I probably don't. Nope, I guess not. Okay. Well, other than trying to reform our entire legislative branch, well, obviously I have that. I should have worked on that today. I didn't think about it. I know it's in my journal though. If I know where my journal is. Huh. I have no idea where my journal is. Oh well. I'll find it later. Okay, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Oh, the Bagley Democratic Republican Commonwealth has posted on Facebook about our ratification of the treaty. Oh, that's right. And we'll be having a summit about that treaty on December 15th. When the person becomes president again. What's his name? Oh, President Brandon Bagley. Okay, I figured that's what his name was. Okay, so yeah, so once Brandon becomes president again, we'll have a summit. Man, what a great ally to have. Bagley's all about us. I didn't think we were that great to him, honestly. Wow, the meeting's only been going on for 15 minutes, and it looks like we're almost about to end it soon. I don't want it to end that quick. Give it an extra hour or something. Right, so I guess I'll announce what we're gonna do for next year. I don't really have an executive address right now because I've been gone for I've been on personal leave for the whole month. And that includes the government fall break that we had. So, what we plan to do next year is to randomly choose parks for every month and go to these parks and open up a stand and give away snacks, food, all that stuff. But here's another plan with it. We'll be asking for donations, and how much money people donate, not purchase, donate. How much people donate their money, it depends on what prize they can get. So we're gonna try to do that to we're we're going to try to do that to obviously help the cause, but to make sure we're doing everything legally. So as long as it's donations and not a profit-making capability, because everything's going to the treasury, so it's not like the money is going to get spent on the dime. So, but so we're going to get on donations and snacks, food, drinks, shirts, whatever that we plan on giving away. So that's what we're gonna do all year next year. Try to help not only get more supporters, but get more citizens as well. Can't think anymore. I won't lie, I've been out of sorts for a bit, so just give me a second to think. Oh, the smelter. So yeah, so this weekend we should be making the smelter, and if I have to do it by myself, I will. But I am going to be at the Queen's Palace this Saturday to make the smelter, get it done, get it over with, and make my promise to the people, like I said years ago. I've been Prime Minister for 5 years, and I've only achieved, I don't even know how many promises I've even made. I just know that the smelter was supposed to be made years ago, and it didn't. And now I finally got it, and I'm sick of waiting. And now I made that my top priority. So since I made that my top priority, look what I've done, because everything's already at the palace, ready for the smelter to be built. So, so as of right now, I think trying to get more citizens should be our top priority, as well as getting supporters too. But we need citizens, so that's why I made the efforts to talk to the Begley Democratic Republican Commonwealth, the Sovereign Municipality of Australia, and the Pennsylvania Federal Republic to discuss about dual citizenship with those three nations. And regardless of how many people they have, if those citizens accept to be Quinnipiac citizens, they have to follow our terms and conditions by treaty. Australia, it was a little hesitant on the treaty because he has no terms and conditions. He's okay with Nixies going to his country and apply for citizenship regardless of where you are. But we have to have terms and conditions for Australians becoming Nixie citizens because we, not because we don't allow anybody. It's because if you are in a government office in Australia, you cannot run for office in Nix. So that's literally the only term. And obviously, give in that treaty, it gives them information on how to become a citizen. Just do the citizenship application process by asking us. So it's real simple. Nothing too major. And what's the other one? I got it right here. And let's see, there's a third one. Oh, yes. And the Nixie Constitution laws and regulations apply to dual citizens while they are within the Nixie borders. So, because my executive order cannot apply to the dual citizens because they were originally citizens of another nation. So therefore, my executive order needs to be exempted from them. So I'm going to make a change in addition to my pretty sure it's the first executive order. I'm gonna relook that real quick. I'm pretty sure it's the first executive order that talks about the citizenships and properties. So let me see that real quick. Alrighty. Yes, it is. Okay. Yep, it's the first section. That's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, so it's gonna be I'm gonna add a fourth section to that executive order regarding dual citizens, the citizens from other nations that became naturalized mixed citizens, are exempted from this executive order unless they revoke or if they have their citizenship revoked from the nation they reside in, or if they withdrew their citizenship from the nation they reside in. So that's the fourth section I'm going to add. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Actually, that'll be something I do. Alrighty, let's see. I guess I might as well show off. There we go. All right, here's my first executive order. It's an old one, about 10 months old. Gets revised every 30 days. So here's the first part that I just mentioned. So there's going to be a fourth section now.
Have you already signed this one?
Yes.
Okay.
This is yes, it's actually, well, it'll probably have to get signed again. Not gonna lie, it's probably gonna have to get signed again. I don't forgot where I went. I forgot I was screen sharing too. So let's see. What was I? Right. There we go. Because it's gonna have to be signed again because of this new edition. So since this executive orders got updated with a new edition, it'll technically be a restart. So it'll still be Executive Order 1, but because with it having a new addition to it, it is now going to be an updated executive order with the same number. Here we go. All right. So there we go. Added the addition. I'll print it out later and sign it. I mean, could do it now. I just not at the moment. All right, we're at the 25-minute mark. Let's see. I don't see Senator Ross nor Senator Ivar, which is very disappointing. So let's see. Yeah, I think this is really. I can't really think of anything else other than just concentrate what we got. We're back to work now until our winter break on December 23rd. So we got plenty of time to do a lot of things. So, and I expect these things to get done, or at least get worked on. I will be back on editing the website, which will still be a lot of work to do because I would like to make that website look very pretty, and I plan on doing that. So I'm gonna have to work on one page at a time to make it look very fancy and pretty. I also have to I still got to figure out the whole editing process. Hey, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Welcome to the meeting, Senator Ross.
Hey,
Yeah, you made it.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Well, I was saying you made it.
Oh,
I'm saying nothing.
Only about 23 minutes late, but you made it.
I'm still saying nothing. That's why I
That's
turned my
fine.
screen off for a minute.
Well, that's fine. That's what I got the gavel for. So anyway, so what you missed, Senator Ross, is that we have discussed about what we're doing next year. Discussed about the new executive order, and we've also discussed about dual citizenships from 3 other nations. Are you aware of these updates?
nope.
All right, fine. Then pay very close attention to them because I'm going to tell you. All right. So, what we discussed today was Executive Order 6. Regarding you will have to abide by this because it involves you. So, Executive Order 6. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can just share screen with you so you can read it yourself. Here we go. Right here, the Privy Council, which is composed of the Prime Minister and 5 senators, shall function under this executive order. So the Privy Council, of how it's founded, is going to function the way it's supposed to function as a council, which it has not been doing really most of the time at all. So I am forcing it to be run like a council. Part 2, all executive officers shall become senators of the Privy Council. So since I only got 3 people in my entire executive branch, those 3 people are senators. That includes you, Senator Ross, Senator Bree, and now Senator Ivar. So everybody's a senator. Part 3, all executive orders that created departments for the executive branch, except for the Census Bureau, are hereby dissolved and rescinded. So executive orders 2 and 5 have been rescinded. So the Department of Communications, the virtual Nixie National Baseball Association, and the Department of Foreign Affairs have been dissolved for at this time. The Census Bureau still remains. Part 4, Privy Council procedures shall be created separately from this executive order, but whatever is written on the procedural bylaws shall be abided. So I will be making a document that will be our procedural bylaws on how we run this council. Every Privy Council meeting. So yes, it's going to be similar to the unicameral, but it's not going to be like the unicameral at all. So there will be voting, whether it's by voice or depends on how loud the answer is, basically. So, or it'll be by clicking of sorts.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna be making bylaws, and here's what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna process this. Number 5, procedural bylaws can be proposed, amended, and repealed by only the members of the Privy Council in accordance with the procedural bylaws. Meaning, I'm going to make a procedural bylaw that talks about Part 5. And whatever the procedural bylaw says, that's how you and Senator Bree and Senator Ivar can propose, amend, or vote to attempt to repeal a procedural bylaw. Number 6, the Prime Minister shall preside over the Privy Council, but shall not have voting power, but has final say after the Privy Council has concluded with their decision of advice to the Prime Minister. So even if you guys highly advise against something that I want to do in regards to executive action, I do not have to follow it. That's basically what Part 6 means. 7, all jobs, quote unquote, in the executive branch will now be classified as separate roles. So therefore, you only have one job, and that is a senator. But you, as a senator, have multiple roles in your job. Senator Ross, you are still an ambassador to a good list of nations. So, just because your title is not going to be ambassador anymore, it's going to be senator. Your title will always be senator for the time being. And of course, Part 8 says what I just said. Each senator will be assigned multiple roles by the Prime Minister. So whatever role I gave you, take it and leave it. Part 9, this executive order will rescind after we have reached the population of 40 adult citizens. That is executive order number 6, and I plan on enforcing it. Are you aware of executive order 6's process or enactment, really?
No,
Do you have any questions about the executive order?
I do not.
Do you understand what the executive order is telling you?
Yes.
Okay, because I asked that question first and you said no, so I was confused for a second.
My bad. My mind is slipping me right now.
You're not alone there, sadly. All right, the second topic we were on was dual citizenships. So if you look here, I have made a blank treaty for the 3 nations that are interested in talking to us about it. And here's our only 3 conditions for dual citizens. In case you don't know what dual citizenship is, it means a person from another that was born in another nation as a citizen of that other nation can become citizen of the Kingdom of Nyx. However, there are terms and conditions that naturalized citizen must follow. Citizens from another nation can become citizens of Nyx by simply following the citizenship application process. Simple. Citizens from another nation that are in government office cannot run for office in Nyx until they are no longer in any government office in their home nation. And lastly, the Nixie Constitution, laws, and regulations apply to dual citizens while they are within Nixie borders. So that is our dual citizenship treaty to the Begley Democratic Republic and Commonwealth, the Sovereign Municipality of Ameristralia, and the Pennsylvania Federal Republic. Those are the 3 nations that were interested in talking about dual citizenships. So, and if they agree to this, their people get a chance to become Nixie citizens, and I hope they do. I do not remember the population of the Pennsylvania Federal Republic or the Sovereign Municipality of Ameristralia, but the Begley Democratic Republic and Commonwealth's population is 8, and only half of them are in government office. So at least we get 8 more people. So I'm okay with that. All right, now to the first executive order that has just been updated, and I'll have to sign it again as a physical document. The first executive order I made in February that I'm sure you're aware of, Senator Ross, regards to the declaration of private property to be claimed territories of Nyx. And this first part right here is contradictory to dual citizens, because this executive order is hereby enacted by me. This executive order hereby declares that all privately owned land by citizens, members of the Kingdom of Nyx, shall be declared as territory of the Kingdom of Nyx and shall be under its jurisdiction in regards to services requested by the citizen members. This does not apply to dual citizens because of that other nation's existence, we cannot lay claim to a dual citizen's property. So therefore, I have to add a 4th section to this executive order that this executive order will not apply to the dual citizens from other nations unless their citizenship from their home nation has been revoked or if they have withdrew their citizenship from their home nation. And I plan on signing that tonight. So, are you now aware of the 4th section of the first executive order?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Good. All right, another topic we discussed is what we're doing for next year. Next year, we plan on randomly selecting parks. I don't know if you've seen the Queen of Minix chat room lately, but we plan on randomly picking parks and opening up donation stands to both the Queen of Minix by donating, by giving away snacks, food, all that groovy stuff, Nix stuff for donations. And we will also, in the summer, we plan on doing that again, but this time, but also have a stand for, I believe it is St. Joseph's Childcare. I think that's what it is. So, the money will also be donated to the child care center as well for the summer. So half the donations will go to the charity and half the donations will go to us. Equal fair donations. So 50-50. No strings attached. So, and since it's donations, I'm assuming sales tax would not have to be a problem. So we don't have to worry about sales tax and the Commonwealth of Kentucky getting mad at us over it. Of course, if they did, I'll fight them over it. But anyway, there's also like the whole permit thing on whether we can have a stand or not. So if that's the case, we might have to resort to not picking parks, but picking private property. So we'll have to figure that out too. So we don't have to worry about having a permit just to open up a stand. Of course, the whole thing is unconstitutional what Kentucky's doing that is preventing us from doing that. But what else is there? No, I believe that's it. Pretty sure that's all we talked about, right, Senator Bree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you aware of all the new things, Senator Ross?
What you just told me? Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions, ideas, or plans to help the Queen of Minix become better in your area?
I got no idea.
Okay. You still working on the lottery?
Yeah.
Okay. A little late on the Powerball, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kentucky just got 13 billionaires in one day. So, guys, of how much money
think any Texans have won the Powerball in the last year anyway.
Well, keep it up, but I do want you to at least attempt to try to get us supporters and citizens in your federal county so we can actually have some movement over there as well. At least try something. Family, friends, neighbors. That's what I got to do. So, hoping you can figure that out. What do you think?
Maybe.
Well, I hope you turn that maybe into a reality because we need citizens and supporters, especially in other places other than Kentucky. So I'm hoping to hear more results next meeting because I will be asking about it. All right. Now, if you need a petition paper so you can get petition signatures over there, I'd be happy to send you a copy. So let me know. I'll send you a copy over there. I don't know if you know, Senator Ross, but the website's under a new domain now. So we're going to edit the crap out of it because there's a lot more editing opportunities. So you should check out the website when you can, so you can stay informed on the things we've done in this nation that you seem to be not aware of. So to help you out, start watching X Delta broadcast or get on the website and you'll find your information. Alrighty. What else is there? Oh yeah. I have requested the Queen to give a talking to all the senators, other than Senator Ivar. He was in a different position. He wasn't even senator yet. So, but you two are gonna have a meeting with the Queen over the enforcement of her royal decree, which became part of Nick's revised statutes, whatever chapter the executive branch is on. So she's gonna be talking to you all about that. So nothing major, but just be prepared. She will be talking to you two about that because we plan on enforcing. So we'll try not to be mean about it, but we really need to start kicking and pushing and getting things done. Now, granted, we're heading towards the holidays. Christmas is coming up, of course, and New Year's is coming up. So we're all going to be partying at the end of the month. So that part's understandable. But while we are working on these final days of 2022, let's try to get something working to be prepared for next year. Because I would like to have that, and I'm pretty sure the Nixie community would like to have that as well. So we need more dedicated citizens. We definitely need a lot of supporters to try to help us out. I've already asked some supporters if they wish to join us on these donation runs all over the place. I've gotten a couple, not a lot, but I've gotten a couple that said they're interested. So, but it's not guaranteed. So, and I've already told everybody this. If I have to do those by myself, so be it. Because I'm ready to do this. I don't care what people think of me when I'm out there with a Knicks flag and a stand with a bunch of Knicks stuff, basically saying, hey, let's secede from the United States. That's basically what's going to say. I don't care what they judge me. That is what I believe, and that's what I plan on getting done, whether the nation will be on a single island or 9. So let's try to get some work done. Do you two agree?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make that agreement to a reality. All right. Since now everybody here is aware of what we do here. So this is more of a preparation meeting, Senator Ross. So nothing major in this meeting. But in the next meeting, which is December 8th, I will be expecting a lot of things. And I will be asking questions. So, Senator Ross, you're probably going to have to end up being a little bit more busy than you have in recent days. Now, if you have work, if you have something planned, it would be highly appreciated to let me know. It could be anything. If it's anything important that you think you need to get done for yourself, please let me know and I will understand.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
What I'm saying is, Senator Ross, I don't know if you heard me right. I said if you have any issues, family, work, anything like that in the coming days where it's disrupting your work or disrupting you coming to the meeting, will you let me know?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to make that a priority if something comes up. So if we have a meeting, or an emergency meeting, because those are becoming a thing now too, unicameral meeting, let me know and I will understand. That's all you have to do is let me know and you will be groovy. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you both, actually. Actually, we should give a big thank you to Senator Bree here for being my interim prime minister and somehow surviving my job for the whole month. So, because I don't know how she did it, but she did anyway. So, thank
Let's
you.
just say I was bitter for half of the time.
Yeah. So, thank you, Senator Bree, for taking my hell of a job, which I still don't know how you survived, but you did it anyway. So, good job. Here, honorable gavel. So, anyway, no, good job. I never doubted you. So I'm glad you were the interim prime minister for a good minute. I needed that personal leave, and now I'm back to totally not become addicted. No. This is a joke. I actually said this to the Queen because this was actually pretty funny. And I don't care what the viewers say. It's actually pretty funny. I'm pretty sure they'll get a laugh at it too. So I was at the Queen's house. And I was a little excited, yeah, I'll get my job back as the prime minister. And I told her I will be signing executive orders to do this and that, and the people will now listen to me. I was acting all crazy with it and everything. And then she'll be like, well, if that's going to be the case, I'm going to sign a royal decree that says this and that. And I'm like, well, I guess what? Last I recall, I veto your royal decrees. And the Queen said straight up to my face, then I will charge you for treason for the safety of the people, or for violating the safety of the people. I was like, okay, we have a mutual understanding. So that's what she said. I thought that was pretty funny. I actually got a supporter to get a kick out of that. It was pretty funny. But no, I thought it was funny. We all had a laugh. It was great. But I only had one executive order anyway, which is the one you signed, and I don't recall if there's going to be any more. I don't think I plan on making any more. But there'll be a lot of bills. The Nebraska bill will probably end up having to be a bill for next year because I don't think we have the time to make it a proposed bill for any of the unicameral meetings this year. So hopefully that'll be another plan for next year, is getting a Nebraska bill made. So that will be fun. We should also be prepared, like we were all prepared before, for the American elections coming up, because next year is technically another election year for more positions. So just get ready for that. I don't care who you vote for. If you need suggestions on who to vote for, come to me. So, because we already know who our tyrants are anyway, at least in Kentucky. So, and we're trying to fight them as legally and politically as possible. So, let's just try to grow our community so we can make things better for people. This weekend, the smelter will get made. So once the smelter's made, I could finally start making aluminum ingots and copper ingots. And then I'll be legally allowed to make money. Which reminds me, tonight and maybe tomorrow too, I will be concentrating and focusing on how much money all of us are getting paid. Because ever since that we passed, whatever that House bill was this year, whenever that bill passed this year, y'all are technically getting paid. So whenever that bill passed, y'all are getting paid right now, including myself. So it's supposed to be, if I'm correct, it's like £8. Well, because in my experience on how wages and stuff like that works, I basically, in that bill, gave us our own minimum wage for the government, because there ain't going to be a minimum wage for the whole nation. So yeah, you heard me. There is going to be no minimum wage for the nation. So because that actually hurts us more. So that means private jobs will have their own minimum wages. But hey, as long as they make money, you make money. And as long as you're working, they make money because they need you to work. So mutual understanding. So anyway, and of course, there's no die-hard regulations where you have to struggle just to make a business. So there you go. You don't like where you work? Start your own business. Ta-da. So Simple as that. Let's see if I can find this bill. I think I know what number it is. I just gotta find it. I love it when my mind is kicking in. So I was right. It is House Bill 10 of year 2022, and it was. I do not have the passing date on here. Oh, I gotta look at the voting history, of course. Okay. Well, I forgot what date this was passed, but it says here the minimum wage shall be no less than 8 Nixie pounds an hour. So, that said, so from whatever date this bill is passed, let's see if I can find a voting history of this bill. Voting history. Voting history for House Bill 10. Senator Bray, do you have any questions why I look for House Bill 10 on this list?
Not exactly questions, but I do have an announcement, though.
All right, go for it.
Well, as I've said in the group chat before, I'm currently working on my car situation. Once it gets all figured out and done and taken care of, I eventually plan on traveling for my job. Well, my second job, YouTube, obviously. I'll be starting traveling for that. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that traveling, I was thinking of maybe visiting all the citizens and hopefully some of the supporters out there related to Nix and maybe some of the allies that we have, just to see how they're doing.
That sounds great. I love the idea.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll just make you the top ambassador. I mean, if that's the case, if you plan on doing that, that's a great idea. No, not gonna lie.
And it's something I was thinking about sticking to, because once I'm starting to traveling, I'm going to be really out there.
I have another thought. Maybe we can turn whatever car you have into somewhat of an advertisement car. Somewhat. Like have stickers or maybe a poster in the back of your car or something, or
Definitely. Yeah.
something of that sort.
I think we could work with something like stickers and stuff. We could definitely work.
And then, of course, I'll give you petition papers and flyers so you can go out there and talk to people. However, depending on where you go, you have to be aware of other state laws that might be against those kind of things.
Yeah.
So, because technically, what you'll be doing if you go pass out flyers and such like that, that is called soliciting, as far as I'm aware. So, there are places, and a lot of places have no soliciting policies. That includes, but not limited to, local small towns and cities and neighborhoods. Neighborhoods get to decide if they want no soliciting, especially if they're HOA. So you're gonna have to pay very attention to those.
Okay,
So,
we'll have to work with that when I get started on that.
yeah, so I recommend researching on that. So,
Yeah.
but I do recommend at the moment, just to help with saving gas and it's where majority of our population is anyway. We have more citizens in Kentucky than we do anywhere else. So yeah. But at the moment, we actually have no land in Lavender County. We only have one citizen in Federal County now. So population changed again. Because of my mistake, of course. I guess I'll go ahead and announce on this video, the House Joint Committee on Treasury Oversight election has been declared invalid and unconstitutional. So therefore, the committee itself will be shut down and inactive until the next election cycle, which is September 21st of 2023, because it's a one-year term election. So there's that. And but the other elections were saved. They were fixed by the mistakes I had made. So we no longer have to worry about those. So, and they're both still the same results, regardless of the voting change. They're still the same results. There was another one. Yeah, we have a new constitutional amendment now. So now political parties are absolutely allowed, and we are not allowed to prohibit any of it. So, however, that does not mean start making political parties, because I will still be the person to encourage everybody to not create or join a political party. Nonpartisanship is the way. I can't stop you from making or joining a political party, but I would love to encourage you not to do so. So, and then of course, if you do make a political party, even while you're in office, there are laws that I have to enforce while you do that. So just be careful, because there are some laws that are not really contradictory, but they're not fun either. So, of course, I made those laws anyway, or at least proposed them, and yeah. Anyway, so, yeah. Of course, I won't lie to you. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite, because I'm really tempted to make my own political party too, but I would rather wait until there's like multiple political parties before I do that. And it's literally going to be a party that promotes nonpartisanship. So it's a little hypocritical, but I'm going to do it. So, and not a joke, I am going to call it the Pineapple on Pizza Party. That's not a joke. Legit. Not a joke. It'll definitely be a libertarian ideology, nonpartisanship based political party. So I will definitely do that. And the name was just for the hell of it. So, yep. The Pineapple on Pizza Party.
Ew.
Not only that, if you think about it too, the name is actually supposed to mock all the official or professional political parties, because I think political parties are absolute BS, and I think everybody should have listened to George Washington before he passed, but they didn't. So, with that said, I am basically mocking political parties by making a political party with a shitty name. So, yeah. But I'm not making it right now, though, obviously. That's for, like, I don't know, say we get, for some god awful reason, 10 political parties. We get 10 political parties, I'll consider making that party. But I don't think I think we've influenced our people enough to not make political parties and mix. So, because I prefer everybody to be independent and not be in a party. But I can't stop them. So, and we can't make laws to prohibit any of it, because we now have a 13th Amendment that says we can't do that now, because the 11th Amendment has been repealed. So, alrighty, and that's our first constitutional change by the people too. So, was it the first? It wasn't technically the first, but first major one anyway. What else is there?
I think we might have covered it.
Yeah,
Like all topics.
Yeah, I think we covered all topics too. Oh, that's right. We were talking about you driving around. Yeah, I was recommending that you just go see our citizens that are in the general vicinity, like Iroquois Federal County, Linden Federal County, Talbot Federal County, and Bellew Federal County. You could visit our citizen, and well, I don't know if she is in the Johnson census designated place anymore. I don't know if she's over there anymore, but I do know that she's in Harper County. So you could visit the citizen over there, if you want to.
I plan on visiting everyone and hopefully some of the supporters too, just to keep the traveling going.
Okay, that's fine. But one of our supporters really wants to meet with the Queen, and I'm trying to arrange that. It's actually become quite difficult. So if not this year, hopefully next year, before I switch jobs.
Where are they located?
Huh?
Where are they located?
Who?
You're the supporter or the person in general trying to contact the Queen.
Oh. Okay, she is located generally in Iroquois Federal County.
That's actually not that far. If it came down to it, between her and the Queen.
She's not far from the Queen at all, but I still got to arrange it, because if you think about it in a perspective sort of things of outside of Nick's, all she knows is that the Queen is my friend, and she wants to meet my friend. So I have to arrange that because she doesn't know her. So she doesn't know time and place and all that stuff. So I got to help her out with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I still got to arrange that kind of deal. But she is one of the supporters that says she will try to join us in donating things and handing out stuff.
Mhm.
So hopefully she'll come. Hopefully you'll be there for most of them because I would like them to be recorded on video.
That's the plan, because once I get the whole car situation done and figured out, I'll be able to do a whole lot more things.
Yeah. Yeah, but once I get the smelter made, I'll head to Lavender Federal County and make it metal. And then I can start printing out our money finally. While there's actual metal backing it. So, yay! We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. We are getting there. But anyway, that reminds me, right? So 8 Nixie pounds an hour. That's how much I'm getting paid, you're getting paid, and Ivar's getting paid, and the Queen too. We're all getting paid. So whoever's in the government, they're getting paid in Nixie pounds, not US dollars. So because we need another currency. So Senator Ross, I don't know if you're aware, but the Nixie pound is, I looked the word up. Hold on. I actually looked this word up, and I think this will actually help us because we're not that experienced in economics and currency. I'm learning economics. I just haven't gotten that far yet. And it's actually quite difficult, but it gets easier to figure it out when you listen to it long enough. Sometimes it makes you go insane. Where is it? Well, I don't know. Maybe that is the one. Let me click this real quick, see what it says. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me find this real quick. I don't know where it went. I know I have it saved somewhere. This is actually important. Well, I'm going to paraphrase what this is. It's supposed to be something like a bullion exchange. Weird. It's like a bullion exchange type deal where it is where the bullion, so the bullion is the metal ingots basically, right? And whatever market value they are, like that's their price and whatever. So say for example, I actually have a graph of this. Let me get there because I can't find it. Right here. Okay, so for example, the aluminum note is going to be the most common out of all the other notes. So that part's obvious. There's gonna be aluminum notes, copper notes, silver note, and gold notes. So, and they go by the they go by the fixed market value. So here's what I mean by the fixed part. So we are technically going to be printing money out of specialty paper, the Nixie pound, not the US dollar, YouTube. So let's say as of right now, as of the month of November anyway, it'll update on December 14th. So as of November 14th, the 1 pound of aluminum is worth $1.09. So our note, our aluminum note, is worth a single pound. 1 pound. Number one. 1 pound. So that's basically the gist of our currency. So let's look at copper real quick. So 1 pound of copper right now, as of November 14th, there we go. So 1 pound of copper is $3.82. So 1 copper note in Nix is 4 pounds. That's how much it's worth. 4 pounds. So now here's the thing though, right? The value of these notes fluctuate by the market value of the metals. So, and since aluminum and copper are only priced by pounds, they're going to be priced by pounds as well. Gold and silver are going to be, well, as right now I have this as a pound of silver, but I might end up changing that back to ounce, since everybody only prices silver with ounces, or troy ounces, however they measure it. So, but at this moment, I'll just tell you what the pound of silver is, for the sake of argument. So yes, at the moment, as of November, a pound of copper is $3.82, and so one copper note is 4 pounds. That's how much it is. All right, so let's go to silver. So again, that's the wrong one. There we go. I was confused for a second. So as of November, 1 pound of silver is worth $349.75. So that means our silver note is 300 pounds. That's how much one silver note is. 300 pounds. So, if you take the value of the aluminum note and the copper note, that's 300 aluminum notes. So, quite a bit. And then our gold. So, I got the ounce of gold part right. So, 1 ounce of gold is $1,754.60. So our gold note is 1,800 pounds. That is how much a gold note is right now. Now, our Nixie pounds are not going to have numbers on them. They're going to have a QR code that'll lead you to whatever website we decide to choose it with. That we actually have to stick with every year. Well, maybe we'll probably change every year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a process. So, because I'm already using specific websites, and I plan on using their links to put into those QR codes for the currency. All right, so they're gonna have QR codes on it. So when we get a shopkeeper, or cashier, or whatever, and they scan the note, make sure it's legitimate, it'll show the market. It's like, all right, you gave me a gold note, bet. It's like, now remember, the market value changes, so you can voluntarily, willingly, yourself can scan your own notes to ensure the value of it is still whatever the value of it is. So, and you have to go by the market value. So, and you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere to get your notes scanned to say, all right, what's the value of my my gold note right now? Let's see. Because let's see, it was 1,800 last night, and then all of a sudden now it's 1,700. It's like, oh, okay. So got it. So right now I cannot buy anything that's 1,800 pounds. So, but of course, if you need something for 1,800 pounds, which there should be nothing that high, unless it's a car, I guess. You get 1,800 Nixie aluminum pounds, or whatever number you need of copper notes or silver notes, to make up for that price. So, our pounds fluctuate by the market value of the metals. And that is what our currency is backed by. Do you have any questions or concerns about that, Senator Ross?
Nope. But well, I'll take that back. Wouldn't you be afraid if someone started to, what's the word I'm looking for? Started to make copies of the Nixie note to produce
Counterfeit.
Yeah.
We found ways to where it will be difficult to counterfeit. I'm not saying it's impossible to counterfeit, but we have found ways to make it difficult to counterfeit. And I think the QR codes actually are supposed to make it difficult to counterfeit too, because when QR codes get printed in a weird way, they tend to screw up and cause issues. So hopefully that will work, of course. And obviously the specialty paper to make the currency is classified. So they have to. That's another thing. They have to figure out. They have to figure out what paper, because the paper itself is going to get colored. So they're not going to know what paper it is. It's all going to get colored.
I was meaning more on the lines of the bullions.
What the metals?
Yeah.
Oh, well, anybody can make the metals. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but like treasury wise, there's gonna be metals there, and their sole purpose is to be exchanged with the notes. So, like, if you have one aluminum note, right? And right now 1 pound of aluminum is $1.09. So there you go. You get for one note, you get 1 bar. There you go. Done deal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the question. But yeah, no, I don't mind if other people make metals. That's nothing bad. Now, making the notes though and committing fraud, that's a federal crime in Nick. So obviously we'll double down on that. But everybody else making aluminum bars, copper bars, all that stuff, please do. Legit, please do. I want you to. Please do. You don't have to, but please do. Because why the hell would I stop you from doing that? Because so far, as I'm aware, I'm the only Nick citizen that's doing that right now. So, I don't know. We're behind a lot with another nations, okay? I don't know if you've seen the Commonwealth of Dracul lately, but they just got done doing their prince elections. But their media is highly more advanced than our media, to the point where they actually showed elections between the two candidates, and it's like how Americans do their elections, right, on the news. It'll say like 90% reporting in and whatever, and they got this candidate about to win, that candidate about to lose, whatever, but like 2% more reporting in, and all of a sudden the Democrats win, all that stuff. Yeah, they actually have that in their media, in their elections and such. And I'm like, can we have those? Can we have those kind of things? And then, of course, the Commonwealth of Dracul is way more populated than we are.
You're gonna have to send me their links so I can look them up.
Yeah. So I think I have, but I'll do it again. But yeah, we are way behind on population because Dracul beat us by a lot. So we need to work on that. That's why I doubled down on trying to get dual citizens, because that'll help too. I have no problem with having dual citizens. They follow the terms and conditions. I don't mind. They can be citizens. And then next year we are definitely going to push to try to get more citizens, because we need more citizens. 13 or 15, I think it's 13. 13 people ain't enough. We need more people. We need more dedicated people, most importantly. We need people that are willing to help us out with, trying to show everybody that we're a provisional government trying to make this nation, donate money, communicate, and grow our community. That's what we need to do. That's when we need to step down and we need to do this. And we need to do that. So, can I count on you guys to help push this through?
Well, I can say I could do my best, so we'll work from there.
Senator Ross?
Said I'll try.
All right. Well, trying is always good, but what my band teacher says, don't try, do it. So, I can say try, but I want you to do it. So, let's attempt to get these things working and pushing. We got to make the Queen of the Knicks done. Eventually, this country's going to go downhill. I don't think it'll collapse. I think it's just going to keep going downhill until people start finally realizing it. So, we need to work on getting this country made. Okay, whether we get a single island for the rest of our lives or not, I'd be okay with a single island. But we need to step up and get to work. So let's get to work. All right, then. All right. All right. I think that'll be it for tonight. Let's call it a night. And get ready for our December 8th meeting. That is when our next Privy Council meeting will be. And it will still be run like a council, as always. So you all are not allowed to leave until I bang this gavel and adjourn the meeting. So with that said, I will be making procedural bylaws either tonight or tomorrow and work on them a lot. Get them done. It probably won't be a lot anyway, but I'm gonna make some and then show it to you guys. And if you guys, well, you guys have no choice, but we'll see if y'all like it or not, and we'll go on from there. Sound good? All right. Meeting adjourned.